Hey everyone, this is Alice Bull from scraphappy.org, and we're here for a scrapbook live session. And I'm so excited. We do these once a month where we all come on and scrapbook together. And if you've been part of my Happy at Home series, we've been hanging out a lot. I have heard chat that some husbands think we're hanging out too much, but that is wrong. We need to hang out even more, right? So that is what we're here for today. And I'm actually going to do some scrapbooking, not just fiddling and playing, but I have had the best time with the Happy at Home. So if you've missed them, we're going live every weekday in April at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So it's a thing. Come and join us. It's on YouTube and it's super fun. I see I have got several gals on their camera. I hope you're all scrapbooking. That's like extra good. Amy's nodding. She says yes. I see Sharon's here. Sheila's here. This is so much fun, guys. This is awesome. Misty saying hello. So if you're new here, then you can open up the chat and type in the chat. You can turn your camera on, then we kind of get a little bit of reactions and stuff like that. And Tina says, I'm so happy to be here. I'm missing out on the weekly chats because I'm still going to work. Well, that is good. If you have work that you can and should be going to, we're happy that you get to do that. So, and Brielle says, eating breakfast and scrapping soon. Sounds good. Sharon says, hey everyone. Thanks, Alice, for doing these. Now, I have a big announcement today. So we've heard recently that the Wild Hair Kits, who has been our sponsor from the very start of these sessions, and I am so grateful for that. They have closed their doors and they won't be sending out custom curated kits anymore. So I was like, I had this little moment of sadness, but then I'm like, I will find other companies to work with. And so until I kind of find my groove, we're gonna maybe bounce around and try a few different things. Tina, we need to talk. so just putting that out there. Yeah, but I have a box. It has good things in it, and we're gonna dig into this and I'll show you. So for today, I am using a kit from Mind the Scrap. And Mind the Scrap is a company out of the UK, and Emma Clark is the wonderful leader. Natalie's like, woohoo! Oh yeah, boxes are good. So Mind the Scrap is out of the UK, and I ordered one of the kits. I've seen Emma's Facebook presentations where she kind of shows what she puts into her kits, and I was like, that looks really fun. So I'd ordered one up, and I'll show you what's in my kit. If you're on my Instagram, I shared a sneak peek of this on my Instagram TV. So yeah, like you can check that out there, or just stick around and we're gonna show you today what's all in the kit. Our winner today, which I will draw kind of near the completion of my first page, possibly my only page. We'll see how productive I am today. And yeah, that person will receive I think she said it was going to be the March embellishment kit, something like that. It's going to be an awesome kit full of scrapbook supplies. So good stuff. If you're here live at that time, I will draw from the list of participants that are here when I do the draw. Somebody's opening my garage door and my husband is not around. I'm guessing that my son came over. Funny. Okay, so let's take a peek at what is in the box. I think I should be able to share my other camera view. Oh, and I brought these. These things are dry from yesterday's session, and we're gonna take a peek at those today too. So that's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna stick us on the other camera. I have different options than I have when I do this, the YouTube live, so this is all quite interesting. And here we go. And yes, the color, always the color, and the color. So let's start by seeing if we can convince this that it doesn't have to go all crazy and wonky. So this is one of the things in the kit. This is a sticker book collection from Heidi's Swapp. It has 201 stickers in it, and you can see all of the different sheets of stickers that are in here. Super lovely. Now, I will tell you that if you're excited about Emma's kits and you're like, okay, so April's over, I want to go hop on and get the May one, she sold out in less than 24 hours. I couldn't even get one. I was like, what? She sold out in less than 24 hours. They're hot and they're so good. So here is a Vicky Boutin embellishment collection. It has 50 pieces of lovely goodness that you can see in here. Just look at that. Like, oh, I long for travel, guys. And just so many lovely little pieces. This is from Vicky's Let's Wander collection. And look at all the lovely little bits inside there. So that is fun. And these are here from Cocoa Vanilla. And there are fantastic words. Awesome, happy, superstar, legend, our hero, the brothers, cool kid, hey, best buddies. So many good words. Oh, I like the words. Yeah, me too, Janetta. I love them. I was like, I think it was actually one of the things when I saw her showing it, she kind of does like a little reveal. And when I saw that, I was like, I think I need this kit. This is just too many beautiful things. And here is the another embellishment pack. This is the Ephemera Pack with 40 pieces from Pink Paisley, Fifth and Monaco. And just look at the lovely little things in there. There's some little tags and layering kind of pieces and a few little flowers and birds. And oh my gosh. Okay, now this. I really wanted this piece so bad. Teacher says, I long to travel too. And Dion says, that looks like a fun kit. Lots of great pieces. And this paper is an acetate and it's all shiny. It has like the gold foil as well as the ombre rainbow of dots on it, and like look at it against the white. Oh yeah, so it's from Chamel's Never Grow Up collection, which I think is a brilliant collection. Is it maybe one of the best collections that's come out for scrapbookers in the last couple of years? Possibly. Also in this kit, and like, I should know this, but I actually don't know how much I paid for the kit. It was in UK and then I converted it into, I don't actually know. I'm sorry. You can go to her site. It's at mindthescrap.co.uk or .uk.co. If somebody can help me out and type it in the thing, that would be super helpful. I think it's .co.uk, but I haven't been known to back. Maybe it says on her card. Mindthescrap.co.uk. Okay, I got it. And then we've got these Heidi Swapp stickers and photo corners. There's 108 pieces in here. This front page has all of like kind of dictionary definitions, but there's also some cute photo corners and large photo corners, some like tiny ones and big ones. So that's kind of a good mixture there. Another thing that is fabulous are these alpha thickers, and you guys, I've confessed my love of thickers. Oh, Alicia says, I love Chamel's collections. And Vicky says, I love Never Grow Up. Yeah, it is so good. So I like these letters because they have like a little bit of kind of copper foil on them, and it's subtle. Like it's not like bold and in your face and a huge shiny letter. It's kind of got a little bit of playfulness to it. And then we got some paper. So there is a lovely piece of like nice weight white cardstock and a blue. The blue is called Moody Blue, and a piece of black. And then we're into the fun papers. So here we have fun papers. This is Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story. I love this rainbow. I like that it's just like part of a rainbow. Something about that I really love. Evelyn says she loves stickers too. I believe it because they're just so fun to play with. I keep like, let's see, we've got stars that kind of look like they're made out of tape. You can see how they kind of look like they're strips of washi tape or something. So that's kind of neat. Then there's this Heidi Swapp. This is from her art walk collection, which was a really interesting collection. She actually did a lot more like artsy techniques, and then she made a collection that used some of that. This one here is like a ledger paper, and it has just like subtle pattern in the background. And then, oh, I love this paper. It looks like those tin ceiling tiles, right? Which I thought were beautiful. And Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story with lots of words on it. And the back has blueberries. Look at the blueberries, it's super fun. And then this one has, okay, so you have to put in the comments, tell me what you call these where you live. These little lightning bugs, fireflies, glow bugs, like fireflies. Some people call them different things, and I'm always like, what is like lightning bugs? Okay, so everybody uses different things. I grew up with them known as fireflies, and half the time I go to say fireflies, I can't think of it, and I call them lightning bugs. So apparently you can use either. But this is from Chamel's Never Grow Up collection. I've heard of them called glow bugs. So I'm seeing a good mix of lightning bugs and fireflies, and just a nice pattern on the back of that one. And then look at this paper. This is like, how pretty and ready to go is this paper, right? This is Vicki Boutin, Let's Wander. It says hello all over the paper, and it is just super gorgeous. Oh yeah, that like matches my counter almost. And we are just free scrapping, Evelyn. We're just gonna free scrap, and then we're gonna have a draw kind of at some point when I actually accomplish something. That's kind of my my way. When I finally accomplish something, then we give away something fun, and we have a kit from Mind the Scrap today. So I'm really excited. When I contacted Emma, she's like, I'd love to do that, and I'd love to give away one of the kits, but we are sold out. Like, it sold out the first night, Alice. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I'm super happy for you. But she said, I have other kits and I will give away one of those. So Mind the Scrap. That's where we're going here today. Natalie says, woo, I can see 4 Canadians on my screen. Oh, it's like a little Canadian love happening here. We've got 2 from Ontario, 2 from Alberta. Any other Canucks online today to check in? Everybody, I'd love to know where you're from. Deborah's here from Mobile, Alabama. Alicia's here from Champaign, Illinois. We got Jeanetta's here in Calgary. I'm in Whitecourt, Alberta, Canada. And Heather's in Saskatchewan. Evelyn's in Connecticut. Brielle's in Seattle. Tina's in Oklahoma. I love saying Oklahoma. And Kathy's in Land O'Lakes, Florida. Misty's in Washington. Vicky's in Central Illinois. Jacqueline's in Lloydminster. Karen's in Southern California. Marge is in Red Deer, Alberta. And Sheila's in Hamlin, New York, an hour from the Canadian border. Michigan, Texas. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so fun. Oh, there's another Oklahoma gal. Deborah says her husband is from Toronto, Canada. Carrie's in Calgary. Ooh, we got a few Canadians in the house today. So super fun. Okay. So right now I am going to be scrapbooking this picture. I'm super pumped because my chickens, we've had them here for a week as of today. Today will be a week. Yesterday I got my first egg, and my husband, he was so sneaky. He knew about this. I'm just gonna do this for a second. Yeah, my husband, he was so sneaky. He knew about the egg in the chicken coop. So when I went in to check on them, he came, and I'm like, there's an egg. And he was able to capture that picture of me because I was so excited. And wasn't that so sweet of him? Because he knew I would want to remember that. My first egg from my new chickens. Natalie says Jonas is so sweet to plan that. He wins a prize. Absolutely. Oh, no, that was super fun. So yeah, really good. And yeah, it just turned out super good. So I'm looking at my papers and I'm wondering if my husband did not get to go. They were going to fly somewhere today and I hear banging around in the garage. Maybe he didn't get to do his happy little trip that he was hoping. Him and his friends were going to take some planes, go off on a trip just to fly right back. So happy you got an egg. I know, it was my first one. And we built our outdoor chicken run. So we got that done, well, sort of done. First stage is done. They can go outside now, but it doesn't feel very safe and secure yet. So we get some more. Evelyn says, I was accidentally private messaging people. It happens to all of us. I have done it. I've seen lots of other people do it. It totally happens. No worries. Okay, so I think that's like a sunshiny kind of rainbow moment. So I'm gonna switch back to my other screen again. I was just so excited. I just had to share that with you guys. And yes, as usual, we'll condense it to, oh, maybe that's not the right paper to convince it to reset my white balance. Yeah, super funny. Okay. Deidre says I was messaging Tina Gale privately. I know, it happens. It happens. Okay, so this is like a rainbowy, happy kind of moment, and I am drawn to using that paper. So that has got to happen. And I don't know if I'm going to get these little pieces in here. I don't want to put them over top of color because they need to be over top of white. I could maybe do like a matted area. Or I could just kind of let this shine. Oh, I kind of do like that though. Just like a little partial matte. No, I think I'm gonna let it. It's gonna have a perfect project for itself, right? And I almost never do this, but I actually thought of printing with borders this time, and I sized it to fit. So because it's a cell phone photo, it's a little, it's not exactly 4x6 dimensions. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the top and bottom, but that's kind of where we're going. Now, Molly says, I think the acetate needs to shine as a featured paper. I agree. I think just because I like it, I'm like, oh, I want to use it. It gets its own project. It will. Okay, so that makes it easy to mat that, and it's all good and beautiful. Oh, my scrap bin is, oh yeah, it's over by the garbage. I emptied it so I would be ready. Oops, didn't bring it back. Yeah, there's been a lot of great, exciting things happening here lately with my chickens. We're also incubating some eggs, so I am becoming like a true chicken farmer here, and hilarious. I'm messaging my friends last night, and I of course showed them my egg picture, and they were laughing. They're like, Alice, we never thought you'd be a farmer. Because they're all farmers. They're all showing me pictures of their baby calves and baby goats and baby lambs. And yep, I'm like, I'm gonna have baby chickens. Okay, so if you are working on a scrapbooky thing, I see some people here. If you'd like, we'd love to know kind of what kind of theme, what kind of project are you working on today? And if you're not working on a project, what's keeping you from scrapbooking today? So there's got to be something, or you're just like, girl, I just need some time. I just need to chill. I'm just here to take it all in, absorb the atmosphere. That's fine too. Yellow totally goes with like egg yolk, Kelly. I'm loving this though. Okay. So I think I will take a little bit of, maybe, I think I need to have some sort of little bit of a matting here. And I can pretty much write anywhere on this page. I know I'm going to use those great big words on here. Like you saw the word awesome. I was having like totally that feeling. So I think that's going to happen. So I think I'll take, where's my, but yeah, I'm feeling extra inspired these days because of those happy at home sessions we've been doing. They've just been so much fun. And because I've had so much like creativity and craftiness happening, it just really feels like I've got my groove on again. It's kind of the same feeling that I get when I do one of the load challenges, is I really feel like not only productive, I'm not super productive right now, but I'm been super playful and creative. But I feel really inspired. And I think that's like one of the things that really helps me, is like if I'm feeling really inspired. And I want to bring a little bit of darker stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna dig through these and see where those are gonna happen. Okay, so we're hearing about what people are working on. Kathy is working on a surprise bunko album for our gracious host. Each month she has a special theme and goes over the top with food and decor. She's an amazing 76-year-old who lives to do this. I'm so inspired by her. That is fun. And Natalie says, progress and positive momentum builds more crafty momentum. And oh, these are really thick. These are nice, guys. Ooh, that is nice paper. Like any normal scrapbooker, I am obsessed with the texture of paper. Marge says that she ordered 200 pictures from Costco and they are variety so as to not get bored. And Diane says she's excited to see the Mind the Scrap kit because she follows her on Facebook. Yes, please go and find Emma on Facebook at Mind the Scrap, because that's like a super fun name, Mind the Scrap. She's from the UK, Mind the Gap. It's like the whole metro train thing, the underground. And Joyce says she's working on photos of the Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington DC from 11 years ago. And she says it's about time. Brielle is setting up everything and going to pick out some photos. Let the fun begin. Woohoo! And she has that same paper, so she says maybe I'll just copy your layout. I'm liking these words a lot, so random. I'm just picking out any that might be like appropriate. I don't like that word. This. So awesome. So fun. I don't know. There's going to be too many and I will weed them down. I'm not going to make it just like total word. Oh, I've got a couple. There's 2 supers in here. So it can be the best. Oh, I really love this collection. This is a really fun thing. And they're all cut out. They look like somebody did all the hard work and I didn't have to. Kid, buddies, brothers. Oh, that would be nice. My son, oh my gosh. Okay, so I've got 2 boys. The oldest is 21 and the youngest is 19. And my 21-year-old, he is like super techie and wonderful. And he was up in my scrapbook room helping me with some tech stuff the one day. He's not my tech guy, but he helps me with other things. And when I came into my room the next morning, I found this picture, which I knew nothing about, of my younger son taken by my older son printed and left in my computer. So when I opened up my computer, it was right there for me to find. He's like, Mom, did you get my email? I was like, that is too sweet. I know, what a sweetheart, right? Like, it was so good. Evelyn says, I love how those words pop on that paper. Yeah, like I could kind of just like see how much fun these would be. And I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be great. So there will be a few of these words that don't ever find a home on my pages, like, or I would not expect them to, but that's okay because they, I put all of my unused things into a donation box, and then a couple times, well, kind of whenever it kind of feels full and maybe it's about time, I send that off to some place that is in need of some supplies. So that is just what I do. So there's too many of these. This is, I like the idea of having 3 of them on the page, you know, the whole rule of threes, visual triangles. And but I do like saying super awesome. That was super awesome. And it feels totally ridiculous and over the top, but if you guys have been on my live streams, you know that's a real thing. Let's see. Nadine says, hey Alice, I've been loving your happy at home sessions when I can sneak them into my work at home time. I'm working on finishing up some layouts I started at a workshop in March before all the social distancing started. And Evelyn is working on clearing space for continuing her Christmas in Lake Tahoe with the family from last Christmas. Aw. And Vicky is doing a page kit from Scrapbook Generation. Jacqueline says she's to start, I'm coloring for my 100-day project. Ooh, who else is doing one of those? And what is your theme? Like, what is your goal? Like, what are you working on? I'm excited to hear about it. I thought about it and I've tried doing it in the past. My best was about, I got to like what, 60 or 70-ish days, which I thought was like amazing. Like yes, it's not 100, but I'm going to take 60 or 70 because like that's pretty good. And oh yeah, so we've got lots of good stuff happening. Oh, Diane's working on her youngest daughter's baby book. Yay. She'll be so happy to have that because, you know, being that youngest daughter, I bet you she feels that, you know, sometimes, you know, they don't get the center of the attention, let's just say. At least when it comes to the scrapbooks and things like that. Okay, I think we're close. Ooh, and then if I put the word egg down here, I think I'll do that. That's like a ridiculous title, but I like it. Oh, and Sharon's working on some heritage photos and research on names and dates. Oh my gosh, genealogy. I dipped my toe into genealogy and I was like, oh my gosh, I would totally love to do more with it, but it's just not that time for me right now. Jenny says, I'm doing a virtual crop this weekend, kind of like this one. And so I'm doing a few challenges after I finish lunch. Yay. And Sheila said I made my traveler's notebook cover 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. Nuthouse Rules says I can't do math. What's going on here? What size should the inserts be? Oh, like to make like if your cover is that size. Oh, like you mean like the double wide? Then they're going to be 8.5 by 8.25, if that's what you mean. Like the full size sheets that you kind of fold in half, if that's what you're looking for. Natalie says the super awesome is literally over the top of your photo, so it works. Yes. And I think I'm gonna do egg down here, and maybe I'll even handwrite it with some fancy writing. I think that would be fun, and it's like a change of font kind of thing. Janetta says I have another meeting to do at 11, but then she'll come back and play. You can do that. We're gonna be here for about 2 hours. Christine says, good morning, everyone. Double duty. She's participating with an online crop with some creative memory skills. So like, so much fun stuff happening. I love seeing that everybody's coming together. Natalie says a good egg, a bad egg, a rotten egg, an Easter egg, and now the best super awesome egg. So yes, it's a real thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna just commit to sticking this. And I really liked the idea of that. And I'm gonna definitely put like a little bit of schmoozy stuff up top with my doodads. So I have lots of lovely doodads to play with. And I'm gonna just stick down this thing for now and just say, hey, it's gonna be great. Sheila says, my husband didn't realize I was on camera. You almost got a show. The worst part is my husband's always like, do you want me to walk through the background? And I'm like, no, no, I don't. It's not that kind of show. The fact that he's so willing to, that gives me a lot of question though, right? It's like, what is he thinking? And I think it looks a little unbalanced because I don't have the egg word there yet, but I'll add it. Okay, I'll add it and all will be well. And I get asked fairly frequently, so this is my favorite tape runner. I don't use one of the great big ATG guns because they feel awkward, and kudos to all of you that can manage to use that giant thing. But this is the one that I like. It is a glue dot tape runner. They call it a glue tape. Glue dots glue tape, and I use the permanent. I really like how they fit in my hand. They stick on pretty good. I know, Christine, he likes to keep you on your toes. I'm like, when I come up here, do I need to lock that door? It has a lock on it. It does have a lock on it. So, and where am I gonna stick my journaling? Probably down here. This isn't like one of my greatest story plans, but I'll squeeze some journaling onto it. And let's start figuring out a little bit of stuff. Okay, my pen to do my lettering. Maybe I have used my giant one before. Let's see if it's handy. Okay. Okay, I think this is what I used last time. I don't even know what I've had in it recently, so we'll see. Let's see if it'll work. Sharon says, I no longer have the strength to use the big tape runner since I broke my wrists. Oh my gosh. That's a horrible reason to have to change, but if you do have to change to something else, that's my favorite. There's lots of them out there, but I like that these ones seem to stick good over time. I trust the name Glue Dots because I find that their products actually work well. So, okay, do I remember how to use this thing? This one thing looks dead. That's what I expected. But and Jeanette says, I don't have space on my table for a big one, and it always falls off the table, so I use a little one. See, there's all kinds of reasons that we get to the place that we end up. Okay, okay, this can be messy. Hopefully today it won't be. And Christine said, I found some half-used ones yesterday, so I'm trying to use them up. They're not very handy. Yeah, some of the, when you have to use an adhesive, okay, anybody relate to this? Okay, let me see. I can do a poll. I'm gonna put a poll. I'm gonna add a question, and let's see how this works for me today. Well, this is type your question. It says, what do you do if you don't have your regular adhesive? And so multiple choice. Answer number 1, you find a substitute. Answer number 2, order and wait. Answer number 3, order way too much and wait while complaining. No. Anyways, I think we're gonna just try this because I wanted to play with this, and we're gonna launch the poll in here. So there is a poll in progress. What do you do if you don't have your regular adhesive? Find a substitute, order and wait, order way too much and wait. And if there's another choice out there, there probably is. But I thought this would be fun to kind of see where everybody sits. When you're desperate because you don't have your regular stuff, are alternatives good? And then I will reveal my answer. Okay, we'll give you another like 20 seconds here, and then we'll close our poll. And oh, the results are coming in. Results are coming in. And we're gonna end the poll right there. Everybody get a chance to put their answers in and share the results. So the poll results, 91% said they would just find a substitute, and 9% said, I'll order way too much and wait. So there we go. Hopefully that all worked out. How do we bring this back up here? I haven't played with the polls a lot. I'm going to watch back that section to see kind of what that looks like in the end. Kelly said, cry. So, sorry, I did not put that on the thing. What was I thinking? I know. It is a tough thing when you don't have your go-to adhesive, because other ones are just not the same. When I did manage to get ink on my fingers. I'm especially talented that way. Christine says, I've done both. I found a substitute and ordered a bunch and waited. So hopefully that worked out good. That's something kind of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna use this pen that I have here. It is a parallel pen. And I saw somebody do some lettering with this, and I'm like, that's neat. I want to try one of those. and I am not a talented calligrapher. So don't judge harshly. You can feel free to judge, but don't judge harshly. But yeah. So I will do a little bit of practice. So that is too little and not the way I want it to be. Let's see. Joyce says, I will borrow from Kathy. And Natalie says, me neither. I had my groom and her best man do the calligraphy for our wedding invites. Yeah. Like, I've seen stuff about it. I'm just happy that with a cool pen like this, you can do cool things. I think this would be good if those are backwards, maybe. We'll see. Okay. Is that like egg-like almost? I don't know. Okay, let's have a look and see. I don't think I like that big tail on it. No, okay. I think I want it to be more scripty. But this is how you test, right? Okay. Alicia says you need to do block capital letters like the others. I think that if I do it exactly like the others, it's going to look too much. I think what I want is something more flowy. So I think we're going to try a different there we go. Something like that. I think that would be okay. That's what will happen. Okay, so that means I just need a quick little pencil line and we're gonna go for it. And I like that one. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I'll hopefully not mess it up because I'm gonna stick it right on this background paper and you know I'm gonna go for it. It's worst thing happens, I screw it up and then I have to cover things up and find other things and I'm gonna be sad, but nothing ventured, right? A little sample here kind of allows me to see where I want this to kind of start. Give me a line. Janetta says, to make a mistake is only another chance to be more creative. That was my tagline for years when I was like on bulletin boards and stuff like that. And you never, scrapbookers never make mistakes. They only have new opportunities to embellish. Or for new creativity, I think I said. Opportunities for new creativity. Yeah, and like worst case scenario, I change my layout. Not the end of the world. Okay. So with this pen, if you want to hold the angle, once you hold an angle, you want to kind of keep that same angle all the way through. And then that's like about my only tip. And I think some people actually hold their angle differently than I do, but whatever. I'm just kind of smoothing out a few of the little spots that I want it to be a little smoother. Okay, it is not perfect, but it is fine, and I will let that dry. And then later on today, I'm going to play with that pen a lot more. So the best, super awesome egg. Cool. I think that is fun. So if I really wanted, I could have done it like not on the background. I could have done it on a piece of paper and cut it out. If I was cutting it out like that, I probably would do it like maybe just on some white paper like that, and then use like my craft blade to trim around it so that I could get like inside this stuff. But once in a while, I think it's good to be brave and just go for it and try something. Like, you can practice first a little, right? Like it doesn't have to be completely out of the blue, but I'm quite happy with that. I think it's cute. And I think that, you know, adding my own little touches like that make my pages a little bit more mine, right? Not that they're ever somebody else's, but let's get this. Okay. I want to pop up these letters and these words. I think that would be fun. So I need this a little further up. Yeah, looks great. Love it. Very nice. Awesome. Well, thank you. You guys are very generous. And I think once in a while we all need this kind of support, right? Like that's part of what I love about being in Scrappy community, like is the support that people give you, because it's so easy to look at the stuff that we make and be critical of it. And, you know, as we make something, we kind of feel where the mistakes are and we feel where the problems are. But being as part of a Scrappy community, it really helps us to, you know, recognize that things are better than we think sometimes, or, you know, that we're learning along the way and we're kind of accepting that. So I think that that's kind of one of the things I really love about being in the Scrappy community. And, you know, whether it's participating on like free Facebook boards or being part of the ScrapHappy community, which I host very lovingly. And yeah, like taking part in like the load challenges and just all of the things that, okay, where's my center here? My egg. I kind of want my center to be a little more that way, I think. Let's just move these over just a little tiny bit. And yeah, so I think that having people that understand what you're doing and that are supportive of you, it's so important. Like I am super excited because Joyce and Kathy, like that's like mom-daughter thing happening, and they're like super supportive of each other and, you know, having a good time together. Gosh, I really like that. She says, "Aw, thanks." Yeah, and you'll notice like for a lot of the pages I make on these live scrapbook things, I tend to use like single photos a lot because I find them the easiest to work with. It's easy to make a page that, you know, looks pretty and shines when you don't have too many elements that have to be included, and more photos just makes things a little more complicated. It's a great way to get lots of mother-daughter weekends. Aw, so good. So for everybody else here, do you have somebody that you scrapbook with? Okay, let's try. Can I try the poll thing again? Was that good or was that annoying? Edit. No, I want a new poll. There. So do you have a scrappy friend? So somebody that kind of gets it. Somebody that kind of gets it. And, oh, did it launch? All this stuff is so new to me. Did that work? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I'm not very good at this poll thing yet, so we'll just type it in the comments. Eventually, I'll learn how this all works. The first one worked really easy, but the next time it just tried to pull up the other thing. Oh, it just keeps wanting to give me the same poll. Oh, poll number 2. I figured it out. Here we go. Briella says, my scrappy friend is Alice Bull. That's awesome. I am happy to be that person because you guys are my scrappy friends. I do have like a few friends at Scrapbook, but we don't get to see each other very often. And yeah, I see you guys a lot more. And to me, it doesn't matter like if we're close or we're far, like it doesn't, with the technology, it's not so limiting anymore, right? The technology allows us to be connected. So we've got the poll happening. Do you have a scrappy friend? I'm gonna give it another 15 seconds and then we will post up the results. And I'm seeing a mixed bag here, guys. But I'm seeing a little bit of stuff. My cousin, but she doesn't talk to me any longer, says Lisa. I really miss her. Oh, my cousin is not my scrappy friend, but like we never get to hang out. We never get to talk anymore. And like it's heartbreaking. We were like the best buddies growing up, and you know, lives have just gone in different directions. And she's like, every time I try getting a hold of her, she's like, oh, I'm just busy. Oh, I'm just busy. I'm like, okay, am I supposed to take a hint here? Or is she just busy? Which, you know, it could be either one. Because when we do actually see each other, like at family gatherings and stuff, it's like we were never apart, right? So, okay. And I'm going to end the poll and share the results. There we go. 79% said yes, they have a scrappy friend. I'm so happy for all those people. And 21% said no. And so whether you are on either side of that poll, I am happy to be a person that helps bring scrappy people into your life, whether it's through these kind of free events that we do. If you're looking for more than that and you want to get involved with something, I host other free things too. So in March each year, we host the Calvin Ball thing. We always have these scrapbook lives once a month. I host Scrap Smarter sessions once a month, and those are free while they're live and available for replay for a week. And then after that, we do have a paid membership group for the ScrapHappy family. And, you know, for me, like getting to hang out with the people on a regular basis, it's been an amazing connection. Yeah, and Vicky says there are 7 of us that got together monthly, and since the Corona thing, we get together every Friday night through Zoom, and it's so fun. See, like there's ways, right? When there's a will, there's a way. They always say that, but it's real. Evelyn says, "Thank you, Alice. I'm so happy to be a member again of ScrapHappy, and I am so happy. Like, it's kind of funny because when I joined ScrapHappy myself, because I didn't make the group, like for me, I didn't join because I was looking for the people, and I think that's a common thing lots of times, that people aren't necessarily looking for that, but from what I've seen, it's the number one thing that people get out of it as like this extra bonus, right? Like this extra bonus that comes from being in the group, whether that's what you went into it for or not. And Lisa says, I learned so much. This is very therapeutic and I learned so much. Yay! I think, yeah, like getting to work with people and seeing other people's processes and how they approach this stuff. I know within our ScrapHappy group, we have a few different events that we do on a regular basis. This month we had behind the scenes. Let's give you the behind the scenes. I love it. So this month we had a special guest come in for our scrap strategy session. I brought in a licensed psychologist, and she talked with us about anxiety and resiliency. And I know that's not exactly scrapbook talk, but I just felt like myself, I'm like, I'm not an anxious person. And then I was feeling anxiety, and I'm like, maybe this is this is a thing that we can address in some way, because if I'm feeling it, I guarantee other people are feeling it too. And she had some really good things to share with us. And she does scrapbooking, so I knew it was like a really good connection with a person. Evelyn says she was so good. I appreciated that very much. Dan says, I agree with you, Alice, and this group is great. I really enjoy being a member. So I'm not like just looking for the love, although I will take it. But yeah, it's making the connections and getting to know people. Like, and part of it, like, we do like to have like an in-person gathering, which of course we didn't get to do this year. That's been postponed or canceled. I don't know. I'm going to find a different thing for us to do, because I don't think that the in-person gathering is like going to be a possibility. We're going to see. I'm just making new plans, right? Plan B. But yeah, I really, and then we've also brought in a lady, the procrastination coach, to talk to us about procrastination. So not necessarily things that you think of. It's like, oh, scrapbooking stuff. All we learn about is scrapbooking. But I think scrapbooking is one part of our story, and it's an awesome part of our story, but it's not necessarily the thing that is the only thing about us. And I think when we make our lives better, it makes it allows us to thrive and to do better things. So just my thoughts on stuff like that. So I'm always taking little sessions and taking part in different things and listening to podcasts and just finding ways that I can, live a better life, I guess. So, and scrapbooking is a huge part of that. Missy said, I appreciated the therapist talk too. And Evelyn says, I still need to watch that replay. Thanks for the reminder. Oh yeah, for like the procrastination coach. Yeah, so good. And all of the things are under that members only tab on our site. So you can get access to that. The scrap strategies. We've actually started doing a new session called Scrap Solutions. And so far it's just been me sharing different solutions to things that I've done. Like we did one based on QR codes, and oh gosh, what did we do this month? We did another one. Wish I could think of it off the top of my head because it was fun. Ooh, I think I should put some little photo corners on this. I think that would be cute. I think these ones are too big. That's intense. But these little ones might be adorable. Pink, red, pink, white, green. I will miss the back massages during scrapbooking at meetups. I don't do that. That's not part of my events. Just saying, if anybody's like, what? Alice gives out back massages during scrapbook events? No, not my event. But yeah, no, like there's some good perks when you get together with people, right? Oh yeah, these are cute. So funny. Me too, Lisa. Like, why don't we do stuff like that for ourselves more often, right? Like go for a massage or something. Maybe some people do. I'd love to know. Let me know. Do you actually go and get massages for yourself? Because I never do. I've been once, like one time in my hometown. I've done it more when we've traveled, actually. That's something that it's like this little bonus, traveling and getting a massage. Natalie says, oh yes. And obviously right now, this current situation excluded, when we can't actually have like personal things and see people and all that stuff. But Julie says maybe once a year or so. Carrie says, I don't want strangers touching me. No thanks. I get it. I know. One time I was talking about getting a massage for my mom. She's like, no, thank you. She was like, not all over that. And let's see here. We got, oh, Sonia. Welcome, Sonia. I can see you. I think I can hear you right now too. So
I'll turn it off.
It's all good. I'm just like, oh, I hear something. That's really fun. I've got to see more of you lately too. This is good. Yeah. No, Lisa says, no, really, hire a professional masseuse. I know. Natalie says, pre-pandemic, I had a registered massage therapist come to my house once per month. Oh, nice. Tina says, I agree, Carrie, not for me. Deborah says, yes, a few times. Vicky says, my last massage was 3 years ago on the beach in Mexico. Lisa says, sitting in one place is painful. That's tough when you like to do things like scrapbooking and you can't sit there because it physically hurts. That's really tough. I'm getting the feeling that it's not straight, but it is straight. So I think it's just my eyes. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. I've added a couple little doodads. I don't think I want to add, ooh, there's other things on here, not just, so what I saw first was that there's dictionary things here, and that's fine, but there's actually little sayings here as well. So I might add one of those onto here because I don't feel that I want to stick a dictionary thing on the best super awesome egg page, but I think a little phrase could be super good. The good old days are yet to come. It literally says on here. That's hilarious. Okay, let's see if I can peel this off of here. Sharon says, my hubby did a couples massage and spa day for our 40th over 10 years ago. No photos, so I couldn't scrap it. You could scrap it. You just need a picture of the two of you together and then tell the story. Just like putting that out there. Because, you know, just because you don't have photos of you together in that massage moment doesn't mean that it's an unscrappable moment. I'm just gonna like I'll be that person. Maybe I did. And oh, what did Christine say? Oh, I think I missed this. Something. I've missed something. Are you guys private chatting and then talking about it publicly? That's not fair. Oh, wait, here, Christine says, my hubby has brunch ready. Have a great day. Well, Gee, that is good stuff. Oh, yeah. So I've got a little phrase that says the simple things. And so that's going to go on here. I put some like pop-up tape on it too. He's a keeper. Even if you didn't scrap it, Sharon, it still happened. Yeah. So funny. Okay. That's cute. And I want to dig through these packs a little bit. So I've got some beautiful stickers. I will say I don't actually use flat stickers very much. I use die cuts more than stickers. But if they're cardstock stickers, I'm more inclined to use them than a really flat sticker. So there's like a hierarchy of things, right, that go onto a page. A facial is a nice alternative to a massage. Sharon, do you want to see it? Yes, of course we do. I love some show and tell. Okay, hold on. We're going to unmute you if you can. Can I hear you?
Oh.
Yeah, I can. And I'm going to pin you up or spotlight you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I did. I forgot I scrapped it. And I tell the story there.
That's wonderful.
And I forgot that I had scrapped it. And it does tell about how we got the giggles when they went out of the room.
I love that. I'm so glad that you did scrapbook that because, and that's the perfect example. That's not a massage photo, but you were able to tell your massage story, and that is a beautiful page.
And it's in a frame, and I forgot. I never put it in the scrapbook.
Yeah, looks great. Love it. Adorable. That's so fun. Nice. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Sharon shared. So thank you. Let's go back here and put that up. Beautiful page and story. And oh, these are little fun stickers. Yes, I do pop up flatter stickers, and sometimes I put them onto like some thicker cardstock if they're too thin or something. But I do like to create a little bit of layers on my stuff. Yeah, it was super pretty page. Okay.
My picture's still up there.
Is it still up there? Oh, well, I'm really good at this. What can I say? Let's have a look here. If I pin it, does that actually make this happen? Oh, cancel. There, is that better? Did I figure it out? It takes me a minute sometimes. There's a difference between pinning and spotlighting, and I think I still struggle between the two of those. I like a type of message called total body. Oh, type of massage, sorry. Total body massage. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, I'll tell you guys a funny story, and then we're gonna do a draw because I'm getting anxious to draw stuff because I feel like I'm getting to fiddly like stuff for it, just add embellishments. So it's obviously time to like do something like that, right? Let's get that on my face. Okay, so pin is only for you, spotlight is for the group. Yeah, okay, thanks. I need to like remember that. I always think, oh, I pinned it up there, it's good. So there we go. So the massage, we went on a cruise in November, and I'm glad it was November and not like later. But we went on a cruise in November, and we went down to the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and oh, it was lovely. I do look forward to traveling again eventually. But yeah, it was super fun. And when we got on the boat, you know how they have the people that are waiting. And if you don't know, they have people that are waiting here to sit in the chair for a second and I'll massage your shoulders. And so, you know, they're doing their shoulders and they're like, you know, you can book like spa treatments and we have this opening here and we could take you then. And so my husband and I, we actually booked a couples massage and like, he is not like the let's go get a massage person. So I was like, what? I was just shocked. And Alicia says, I would love to do a cruise like that. It was so good. Princess Cruise. I felt like a princess the whole time. I know. They're my favorite. I will say the demographic is older, which is awesome because when you sit down for dinners with people, they have great conversations. Like, it is just all good. It's not a big party boat. There's some party stuff happening, but it's not a big party boat. But that's not what I'm looking for when I travel. So I love it. Anyways, free advertising for Princess Cruise. But yeah, so then we booked this couples massage and then we booked another couples massage because then we liked the first one so much that we went and did a hot stone massage because they did a little sampling of hot stone during the first one, right? So it was like, oh, well, that was pretty good. Turns out I liked the sampling better than I liked the full-on hot stone. It just kind of like, I like the rock thing, but I like more the massage thing. And then we went as an extra bonus for me, I ended up getting booked for a chocolate experience. And let me tell you, it was an experience because and it was just mine. It was just me. My husband didn't get to do the chocolate thing, but they rub you and scrub you with a chocolate scrub. And then you wash that off. And then they cake you up in this chocolate buttery stuff. It felt like she put chocolate frosting all over me. And actually at one point I looked down at my legs and I've never been so tanned in my life because I'm covered in this chocolate stuff. Can you lick it off yourself? No. And you know, the only thing that would have made the experience better is to have some edible chocolate in the room because literally you're smelling it and you don't get to eat it. And I'm like, something is missing here. But you're so like covered in this stuff and they have the shower like right there. Like literally you take 2 little steps and everything is covered in this goop. And but once you're wrapped in this chocolate frosting, because there's literally no other word for it, they wrap you up in kind of this space blanket and you're kind of huddled there in this chocolate frosting space blanket. And then she goes and does like head massage, which was amazing. And then after that, you wash that off and then you go back to the chair and she uses a chocolate oil to massage, to finish the massage. And then you leave and you're just like a chocolate pudding or something because you're just like done. And so that was amazing. So it was the chocolate experience massage. I will say, do it. Definitely do it just for the experience, unless you're Carrie and are like, no, don't let people touch me. So that was the thing. But yeah, chocolate pudding. Oh yeah, like it just, I was like goo after that. It was amazing. Well, that's not nice. No chocolate, right? Just even a couple little squares, like that would have been all. Like talk to the chef. They have amazing desserts on that ship. Carrie says, just give me the chocolate, no touching. See, it's good. That's why we all kind of have our own things going on, right? Like something for everyone. Stop, out of chocolate right now. I'm sorry. I know. I don't have any either. I had a doctor's appointment the other day and then I went to the pharmacy afterwards and that's the first store I've stepped into since this pandemic started. I went to the pharmacy because I kind of desperately needed some deodorant. It's like, yeah, but that was the first time because my husband has done all the shopping. Okay, these stickers are not what I need for, maybe one of those. Okay, but I said I would do a draw, so let's do that. Ooh, there's gold stars on here. Doesn't my page need gold stars? They're so shiny and pretty. Our pharmacy won't let you in. When you go, they take your temperature with like the little head thermometer thing, and then you hand sanitize. Oh my gosh. So this is what I deal with on a regular basis. And then there's too many me versions of this. So my husband goes in there and he gets his hand sanitizer, and the woman's like, he's like, it makes my hands all sticky. And she's like, no, it's good. It has aloe in it. And so he turns to her, he's like, I'm allergic to aloe. And he just leaves it sit for a second. And she gets this look on her face of like, oh my God, I'm killing a guy right now. And I was like, just kidding. I'm not. I'm like, this poor lady at the pharmacy. I'm like, as if everything isn't bad enough. And then, she had a good laugh about it after. And like, we've seen her before. She has a sense of humor. But seriously. Kelly says they have you call and then they bring it curbside. Yeah. I know. What a horrible, but yeah. Have I scrapbooked my chocolate story? Not yet. Not yet. I need to actually do that. Maybe I'll sit down with this and actually kind of detail it after. I know. Because he said, I'm not going to touch anything. I promise. I think he was there just to spy on me to make sure I didn't touch anything that might make me sick or something. I don't know. He's been very protective. So yes. Okay, so it's draw time. We've got 45 people in the house. Yay! Guys, this is fantastic. Look at all this coming together to scrapbook. And my phone can bring up a random number generator. So let me do that. And random number generator. I searched that a lot, apparently. It's getting good at it. So, it says 46. Somebody, you're just in time. I'm so glad you're back. We're doing the draw right now. So 46, that means it's out of 45 because I don't count me. I'm not going to win the prize and hog all the good stuff to myself. Somebody is going to get an embellishment pack from Mind the Scrap. Now, I had that little card right here from Mind the Scrap. So you can check out Mind the Scrap at mindthescrap.co.uk. And so good. So winner, generate 8. Okay, so 8. Let's scroll down this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deborah Gardner, you are our winner today. Congratulations. It's Deborah's day. So Deborah, you are going to win the prize from Mind the Scrap. Thank you so much to Emma for sponsoring this prize for us today. And I'm going to get you to send me an email to support@scraphappy.org. And that is .org, not .com. So support@scraphappy.org to claim your prize. And I will get you hooked up with Emma so you get a lovely prize in the mail. So congratulations. Yeah, so fun. Oh my goodness. That's super awesome egg. Okay, Deborah's so excited. Yeah, that's awesome. I love being able to give prizes. It's one of the things that makes us ultra special because we do prizes for this. And if you guys missed out, okay, so this is hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. If you missed out on what was it, Thursday, I think we did our Scrap Smarter session and we had Sandy Boone from 3 Room Studio, and she did a session with us about masking with stamps. And she is so good at it. The scene she was able to create was amazing. But we gave away a prize during the live event. But Sandy also made a prize available for people that watch the replay. So if you go to my YouTube channel, I actually made it on there, or you can just go right to Scrap Smarter and catch it from there. So scraphappy.org/scrapsmarter. And yeah, Evelyn says that was really interesting and so beautiful. There's another prize, and I'm not talking a little tiny thing. 5 stamp sets. 5 stamp sets. She's giving away her whole new release that just came out, and it's gorgeous, and 5 stamp sets. So I was like really blown away because she did that twice. So the person that won live was Marsha. Congrats, Marsha. And then also the person that wins from our replay video, but you have time until April 30th. It's available. You have to leave a comment on that YouTube and you go and like her channel. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, you know, if you're there, that's kind of a good thing to do. But yeah, super fun. And yeah, just watching it, I'm like, all the things I didn't know. And just the way she approached it, I think that was like the thing that really helped me the most, was how she planned out her scene and planning which pieces go first and how to layer things in. Yeah, Vicky says it was great to watch. I saw your comment on the replay. So, yeah, super fun. So yeah, that is available. So if you like winning things, there is something else available to be won sometime soon. And yeah, it's quite the prize. So I was really excited. So that is a thing. Okay, we're at the point where I need to just continue fiddling here. Does anybody else have something that they have been working on and they would like to do a little show and tell with? We would love to see what you've been working on. And Jacqueline, yay, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
And I will do the spotlight video because Brielle says that's what works.
So this is the card I made. I did the coloring on this for my 100-day, and then I fussy cut it and just stuck it on here. So it says elementary, I detect a birthday, and it's Sherlock Holmes.
That's awesome. So cute. Love it. Yeah, that's so good. So you're doing coloring every day, or are you doing different projects every day for your 100-day project?
I am coloring every day because I bought like a whole bunch of the Spectrum Noir markers and the pencil crayons, and I barely ever use them. So this is my way of making more cards and using my supplies.
Awesome. Great coloring. Really like the card. I like that challenge that you're doing because, you know, there's a few of us that have some unused, unloved products in our stash, and that's a really great way to challenge yourself. 100 days of that, you're going to be like coloring pro by this.
I hope so.
You hope so. Alicia says, I would love to have time to color every day. You make time, Alicia. That's how we all do it. Make some time. And it's tough because, like, with any kind of scrapbooking, it's about creating time. Is there a certain time for you, Jacqueline, that you choose, like, to kind of do this? Or do you kind of have a set time that you fit it in? And
Well, for me, it's been easier now because I haven't been working. So I do it at 10 a.m. every day usually. When I was working, it would have been a bit harder, and I wouldn't have been making cards with everything probably. I would have just been doing the coloring and maybe smaller things, and then saving them up to maybe use them on cards later.
okay. Yep. And I think that knowing that you don't have to reach the completion of the project, like, you can do part of this thing and it can become a project after. I think that's a really good way of approaching it. And you've got like comments. Natalie says she loves Sherlock, but she could be biased since her maiden name was Holmes. And Evelyn says, I love the card and I love your curly hair. So
Thank you.
yeah, you've been rocking the curly hair now for a while. Are you still doing that curly girl thing, the curly girl method or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's totally worked.
Yeah. Well, I guess I had curly hair all along. I just didn't know because I brushed it and made it frizzy and put it in a ponytail.
Embrace the curl. Evelyn says, mine is just frizzy. Do tell. Oh, do you have like a spot where you found like your instructions for the curly girl method? Now everybody's curious.
There's an actual book called The Curly Girl Method that I read, but you can Google it. There's all kinds of stuff on the internet too.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically it's just, I put gel in my hair when it's wet, so it's a little crunchy now, but it does come out, and then it holds the curls in, and then I just don't brush it, like, so it stays.
Cool.
And that's, and I switched to no sulfates and all that with the shampoos.
Yeah. Have you tried the Costco one? They have a Kirkland brand that's like all naturally something.
I looked at the ingredients, and
Did it have
there's one thing in there that's on the bad list, so I haven't switched, but sometimes I think they're a little bit too concerned about all the chemicals too, so I don't know.
I like it because, like, you know, easy access, Costco, lasts forever, giant thing, doesn't cost a fortune. And then I really like that the conditioner really feels like it conditions. Like, that's what I like about their stuff. So cool. Everybody's like really fascinated. And Laura says, what is the 100-day challenge?
So it's, you can check out, it's hashtag the 100-day project, I think is the official name of it. And they have a membership, but I'm not in the membership. It's just, they start and you just choose something that you want to do for 100 days. So if you check it on Instagram, like there's people who are sewing or knitting or painting or taking photographs or, yep, Natalie put the address there.
Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. www.the100 using numbers 100 dayproject.org, so you can get more info there. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on camera. I always love this. This makes it more personal and fun for me.
You're welcome.
Else want to share? Anyone else that's like, woohoo, let me share? Oh, Kelly's got her hand up. Thank you. Can I take you off of mute, or do I get you to do that? And there, yep.
Oh, I'm on camera. How exciting. Hi, everybody.
That's very exciting. Hi.
I've actually, I don't think I've ever done this before, but I've been able to scrap every single day since we started load in February. Because I went through with Calvin Ball, and then I was like, well, let's just see if we can make it to the next load. So they're all award-winning pages, but I have been working on getting my son's a junior in high school, and now I'm almost done with his elementary school album. I'm like 4 or 5 pages away from being done with that, so I'm feeling really good about that.
Yay!
So anyway, I scrapped one of the books that he read for a book report in 5th grade,
And
he was
that?
excited about he traced it, which is not, my kid's not, you know, he's not in art or drawing, or I can't do any of that, Mom, but he liked this book so much that he went and he traced that, and I happened to find it in some of the memorabilia I had, so I was super excited to get it on the page. So
that is so fun. How good.
I love getting memorabilia on a page.
Well, and we just did a big session about memorabilia in our Scrap Smarter last month, and it was all about stuff, especially stuff like that. So perfect inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, it adds something to, I mean, I've been doing all these pages, but now I have one where he actually like did something on the page. I'm like, you know, I think this will probably be one of my favorite ones when I look back. So
well, and I think anytime we can bring somebody else's kind of perspective, I call them like cooperative effort pages, which is like an awkward, clunky name, but I love it in the fact that it's like you're getting that cooperation to create this page and to help tell somebody else's story or get their input onto the page, but not necessarily whether they know it or not, right? Like sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's less.
there was one vacation where I took journaling cards, and we were going to Disneyland. And so each morning before we left, I would make them write something that they enjoyed about the day before. I didn't do it when we got back to the hotel at night because everybody's just too exhausted. There's no way. But, you know, there was always that sort of extra time in the morning when everybody's getting ready. And I'd be like, okay, you got to write something that you like doing yesterday, you know? And so I have pages of us doing stuff and then their handwriting of what they really enjoyed about that day or whatever. And so that was a pretty cool thing to have. And I'm not always that good about stuff like that, but that worked out pretty well, which was cool.
Yeah, and even if it's like as simple as one thing, like what was your favorite thing from yesterday, right? Like it doesn't have to be over the top. Sometimes
No.
we come up with these ideas and it's like we're gonna like track every single thing, and then that sometimes that one small thing gives you that chance to success, kind of like that 100-day project.
Yeah, and to have, I mean, as important as I think it is to get your own handwriting on the page, having somebody else's handwriting on the page is, just as important and impactful, I think, too.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, for sharing.
Hey, thanks for doing a crop today.
Oh yeah, I love doing these. Anybody else want to do this? I think there's a way that you can put your hand up. I don't really know about this very well. There is a thing, I believe, maybe. I don't see it today, so I don't know. Oh, Bonnie. No. Oh no, there is like a hand thing. So it usually Brielle, thank you. Here we go. If you take your mute off, Brielle, then I can see you better. Spotlight. There we go.
Hi, actually, I was just showing about the hand.
Oh.
but I have to say, just since I'm already on here, hi everybody. I am scrapbooky, but I have nothing to show except for some fussy cut flowers. But I'm a principal of an elementary school, and so now we're all remote, and basically I live on Zoom, which is unfortunate. But I felt like I had a leg up on everyone because of this, Alice, because I've been doing Zoom with you for like however long on these sessions. So I felt like going in, I was like, oh, I actually already know how to do this from scrapbooking. And I want you to know, I told everybody, all my teachers, that I knew it because of scrapbooking, because I am proud to be a scrapbooker, not going to hide that fact. So I just thought I would share that funny story. But since then, I have learned all sorts of things like raising hands, which we do a lot at school.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I think like because we never really needed some of these things, but now everybody knows how to do them. I'm like, oh, these are cool things. Teach me all this stuff.
Right. Like, look, I can clap my hands and you'll see it.
Oh, that's awesome. So feel free, everybody, to try all the fun stuff. I'm happy to have us testing.
That's down in reactions. If people want to clap their hands or give a thumbs up, there's a little reactions thing at the bottom. It's pretty cute. Anyway, thanks, Alice. It's always good to see you. You really are my scrapbooky friend.
Thank you. Oh, I love it. Okay. And I'm not seeing anybody else raising their hands yet, you guys. Sharon's giving us a thumbs up. I see it. Amy's got her hands up, and I can spotlight her. And
I haven't finished my page. All I've done is get the photos, which took me forever and a day because computer problems, like you. Technology, not my friend, but I finally just sent it up. I didn't want to have to pull them off of Facebook because they were Instagram photos that shared to Facebook, and then downgrading them from Facebook quality is just not there. But I just did what I had to do because I need to get this page to you for a load one. But this coming week will be
top secret stuff, guys.
Yeah, so you won't be able to see the completed page, but this coming week will be 3 years since my father has passed away. But I finally want to start the album in his memory, and so we went strawberry picking back in 2014, and so I found these photos of
I wonder what prompts you have, Amy.
My mom and my dad and me and one of my brothers, and then this is just a picture of one of the strawberries that we picked that day. And so just being outside and doing something that was pretty meaningful to my family. And so so I'm trying to find embellishments now because I know I have stuff with strawberries on them, and
I can't wait
to find all my strawberry stuff.
So the theme of our load that we have coming up is inspired by the Beatles. We're calling it Abbey Load, and we will be opening registration hopefully by the end of this weekend. I'm just finishing up some stuff with the tech guy, and we should be able to have that all set up. We wanted to make sure everything is ship shape and shiny before we get started on this. So I can guess which prompt that Amy has for her sample layout. I can't wait to see. And we've had a little sneak peek from behind the scenes. So that is super fun. So thank you so much for sharing. Jenny, I'm going to get you to take your mute off and we're going to pop Jenny up.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
So I did some tags. I stamped them and then I colored them. This one.
Oh, wow. That's pretty.
And
oh, you are having some fun. Those are so nice.
yeah. I used gelato. Well, this next one I used gelato. I stamped it in a yellow ink and then gelato with watercolor on top. Water on top.
Yeah.
And then this one I just stamped but haven't colored yet.
Those are turning out so good, so pretty.
The other thing I did was I used a thin cut and made these little
pinwheels.
Pinwheels, yeah, I couldn't think of the word. Pinwheels.
That's
so
adorable.
Pinwheels. That's what I've been working on.
Thanks. Embellishment to like add to a page or something.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'll get you to put your tape back on for us.
Okay.
And well, thanks. This is so fun. I love having some show and tell during these. That's a really fun way to do this. Okay, so I told you at the beginning that we would revisit these little pieces that I did from yesterday. So yesterday during our Happy at Home live session on YouTube, there's more next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So yesterday was all about playing with stencils, and I pulled out a few different stencils and we talked about storing stencils. We also talked about different sizes and just a few different things about stencils. But then we talked about the different things you can do with stencils and the different kind of supplies. And some of the supplies don't have to be messy. It's not all just messy, gooey stuff. But honestly, that's where a lot of the fun is, right? So I showed lots of different pages using stencils, and then I pulled out a product that I hadn't played with yet. I thought it was still sitting here on my desk. It is a iridescent gel from Vicky Boutin. It's probably on my desk, but I've probably stuffed it behind something else. But anyways, we used that, and I had created this little pinwheel effect using a starburst, twisted starburst. I think this is a Catherine Pooler die, or stencil, I mean. And it looks really pretty. But the great thing about doing things live is that other people have suggestions of things that you might not have thought of. And one of the gals on there yesterday said, oh, Alice, that looks amazing when you put that stuff onto like jewel tone colored papers and stuff. So check it out. Like, how pretty is that one? And I happen to have a piece of black cardstock sitting on my desk. And then I also did it with the black, and like, look at the color in the iridescent pieces. Yeah, so I was really happy that was like mentioned and we could just grab those pieces. Yeah, the dark ones, when they dry, amazing. Like, that was just so good. See you, Kelly. So yeah, I thought that was super fun. So that was a really fun way to use it. And then we started playing with some texture paste. So this was the Liquitex Flexible Modeling Paste. It's a gel medium. And because it's flexible, when you put it on paper, it doesn't just like flake off and stuff. So I did just a plain base on here, and you can see like I was making these ones really quite textural, and it's just some like fern kind of willowy leaves, weeping willow kind of stuff happening there. And then we mucked up a little bit of distressed crayon with some watercolor, and I put that over top. The iridescent medium was a Vicky Boutin iridescent gel. I was hoping that it was still sitting here on my desk. Oh, yeah, it is. I just stacked other stuff on top of it. So that was the stuff, from Vicky Boutin texture paste, and it is the iridescent glitter. That's what it's called. Vicky Boutin iridescent glitter. So that was that one. And yeah, so then I used these distress crayons, and I just kind of washed the color over top of the texture. And that was this one here, which I thought was really pretty. And then I laid down the texture paste. That's like this texture paste still. And then I sprayed some mist. I had these Delusion sprays. So I sprayed those 2 colors over top and created this. Yes, this is from the stenciling. And that, oh, the iridescent would look great from the mermaid scales. Oh, you're right, Dion. It so would. So this turned out good. And yeah, I liked it so much that I did another version. Yeah, those are super sweet. And then I did one where instead of spraying it, because everything was all colorful on the stencil, I applied some new stencil stuff, but then I just used the color and I smeared it. So you can kind of see the difference between these two here. Whereas this one here had the spray applied onto it. This one didn't actually have the spray. It just used the color that was left over from the other ones. So super pretty. I can't wait to make some cards with these now. So I've got some really fun card bases to play with. I did start to create a page. But I needed to go outside and work on my chicken coop, so it didn't turn out into what I wanted it to, so I just started making other little card bases. So this will get chopped up into card bases, but I was kind of playing with the same thing and trying to create the effect. I was going to go across the thing by turning the stencil upside down, but I had to wash it off and I had to do stuff and I had to go take care of my chickens. So that didn't work yet, but I might go back and play with that again because I'm super enamored with that right now. It was like a really fun thing to do. So that's kind of that. Yeah, did you record that? Yes, it is available. All of the Happy at Home sessions are available on YouTube. I actually created a playlist. So if you click that playlist, if you click the play all, you can literally scroll through the whole list of the things. And I always add like our topic to the titles afterwards so that you can actually see which that one is about. Like if you want to see a whole bunch of layouts, there are some good topics for just looking at layouts because I shared a bunch of them. Let's see. I shared a few pages during the stencils one from yesterday, but the day talking about nostalgia, which was April 6th, nostalgia, look for nostalgia in the title. That one, I show you lots of layouts on the nostalgia day. Talking about creating a mood is another day if you want to see lots of layouts. April 16th, creating mood on your pages. That was another one to see lots of layouts and samples of things. If you're interested in adding more texture and touchy stuff to your pages, we covered that on the 21st. So there is one all about texture. We've talked about the fuse tool. That was a thing. We did one where we used the Vicky Boutin bubble blowing technique and created really interesting backgrounds. If you would be super grossed out by listening to somebody blowing bubbles in milk, maybe skip that one. Maybe skip that one. But it was kind of a interesting thing to try and got some interesting results. And I think because it didn't work perfectly for me from the beginning. She was like, it was so gross. And I tried to make it as like the least grossness that you can possibly do as you're like blowing bubbles into something and making that sound. And I'm like, for me, like here, it was like not horrible because like you're actually doing it, but like hearing it back even on the recording, when I listened to it back on the recording, I'm like, ew. I totally get it. I totally get it. So super funny. But it's a fascinating technique and it's a really fun thing to try. And if you have kids at home, that would be one to go and be like, hey guys, let's play. Because they would love it. So that is a thing. Let's see. We talked about traveler's notebooks the other day, and we got Deetra to show us her traveler's notebook. Oh, I see Sheila. She's got her traveler's notebook in hand. Yeah, the traveler's notebooks. So we talked about all the different things that you can include in your traveler's notebooks. So that was super fun. Oh, I know. Are you coming on camera here with us?
Vicky. You want a burrito?
Maybe I'll just put her on mute because I don't know if she knows that she's on audio right now. And yeah, so we talked about lots of things for traveler's notebooks. If you're going back earlier in the month, we did some watercolors with stamps, and that was fun. Alicia says, I like the effect of the bubble blowing. It's harder to watch someone else blowing than doing it yourself. Yeah, it's like, yeah, this extra level of badness. I'll go. And at first it didn't work, or it didn't work well, but we got to the point where it worked. So kind of seeing how we got to that success using like more paint was kind of really important with that one. And I really think that it was much more effective using slightly darker shades. Like pastels just didn't work out well. So go with a slightly darker shade when you're choosing your paint color, would be my suggestions. We did ink comparisons. We looked at incomplete layouts. Why do we have them? What can we do about them? And we looked at things that move. Oh, so this is a super fun one. So if you want to add pages that have more interaction, go and check out the one from April the 8th. It's all about things that move and interaction. That's a super fun one. I used my stamps from 3 Room Studio, and I had stamped out a scene, and I'm partly way through making that page. I keep getting interrupted from it with other things lately. So when it's done, I will share it. I'd like to have it done by the end of the month so I can be like, look at all the things that I made. Although I can't even show you all the things because literally I've been throwing cards in the mail, which has been amazing and fun. I've sent more cards lately and I really have been having a good time with that. Yeah, the cooperative effort, awkward name, super fun pages, acrylic embellishments where we talked all about those. We talked about Nuvo drops from Tonic. Yeah, we've done a lot of fun things. It has been a blast. So yeah, be sure to check that out if you're looking for something, if you want to like get a little inspiration, you want to dig into one of your supplies that you have that you don't maybe use as often as you should. Those are all some of the things that that we've kind of talked about already this month. Yeah, and it's just been an amazing way to connect. So yes, the videos have been great. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm going to finish this page. I need to add my journaling, I think, before I can finish adding the layers because I need to kind of plan how they're going to fit together. So I'm just going to hold this up. This is the point that I've reached with my layout today. The best super awesome egg and my picture with me holding the egg with my fabulous rainbow paper. And congratulations to today's winner, Deborah. She won the fantastic prize from Mind the Scrap. Thank you so much to Emma from Mind the Scrap for being our sponsor and sponsoring a prize for this month. And I'm not quite sure what we're doing for next month, so you'll have to stay tuned and check it out. I just really appreciate it. If you're catching the replay and you're like, hey, how do I get on this live next time? Please go and sign up for my emails. It is at scraphappy.org/subscribe. And that way you can get on the list and you'll get the links to participate in the live events. And so that's been really fun. And yeah, if you're on that list, you'll also get the information because load 520 coming up for May. We'll be unveiling here shortly. So really excited about that. Thank you so much for joining me for this scrappy session today for Scrapbook Live. It's something that we've been doing now for quite some time. I have so much fun hanging out with you. So I just wanted to say thank you to you for hanging out with me. Sheila says, I've been talking to my husband about load. Yeah, it's a super fun way to kind of look at your stories from a different perspective. It helps you kind of find your own stories. And we're doing it through the theme of the Beatles. So we'll be looking at the Beatles and then applying something from their songs, story, whatever it is, into our stories. So super fun. Dion says, thank you for today, Alice, and all of the lives this month. They're so interesting and inspiring. It's awesome. Thank you so much. I just love having everybody together and letting us all get our craft on together. So that's a super fun thing. So thank you so much. Have a great day. And I will be back on Monday for some more happy at home sessions. So hopefully I'll see you there. Bye, everyone.